Okay, welcome to this architectural drafting series of videos. We're going to be learning about a few things all pertaining to architectural drawings, building construction drawings. So in this series, you're going to go through everything from the very beginning, learning how to design a floor plan of a structure, and that will include the layout of the rooms, determining the size of the rooms, and some other design aspects, little tips and tricks. Then we will look at how to produce that um, layout diagram and put it into an actual sketch, and we will do that up in AutoCAD. Then after that, we will be producing the relevant plans for this series, which would include a floor plan, a roof plan, a foundation plan, elevations, different elevations for the building. The elevations just mean the different sides: front, the back, the left side, the right side. And also we'll do a sectional drawing, and maybe some detailed drawings would be necessary. Also, we there are some other drawings, but we will not be touching on them, like the plumbing schematics for the plumbing and the electrical plan, the site plan and the location plan. These are also important for the real life situation, but we won't be doing them in this series because the plumbing plan and electrical plan, for instance, are just other floor plans with the electrical details, showing you where the wires are run, where the outlets and the switches, light switches and stuff are going to be placed in the house. But it's basically placed on an already existing floor plan. So we're going to focus on the floor plan and the main drawings. The site plan, as I said, we're not going to be doing that, but it's also another part of what you would do in if you were doing a plan for somebody in reality. You would need to have a site plan to show the site that the building is going to be constructed on. So you would see the points for the land. It will show the size of the land and all of the points that plot out the size and shape of the land. Um, we're not going to be doing that, although it's something that we should consider when we are doing a floor plan. And then the location plan, which basically just shows you a map of maybe the entire city, maybe the entire community that the building is going to be constructed in, erected in. And it's kind of an abstract view, a zoomed out view of the site plan. So the site plan is just the land and the immediate surrounding, maybe the neighboring property, the neighboring structures, but it focuses on showing you where the building is going to be on that piece of land. And the location plan basically shows you the location of that site in the entire community or town that the building is going to be constructed in. All right, so let's get started with this one. We're going to be, building this thing up from scratch. I'll try to move as fast as possible. So in this drawing we're going to be doing today, it's going to be a layout of a floor plan of a building of a residential house. Typically, you would have um, the requirements or the specifications given to you by the owner or the client who wants you to design the house. So they would tell you, I want, a 3-bedroom house, a 2-bedroom house, 2 bathrooms, walk-in closet, a kitchen, a living room, open concept design. They would let you know what you want, what they want, sorry, and you would consider a few things when you are designing this for them. Everything that they want, you would have to consider. Um, for example, the bearings, the compass bearings of the property. So you want to know, keep in mind and consider where the evening sunlight is going to be coming from, because you don't want to have you don't want to have the living areas of the building directly facing the evening sunlight, because it's going to be affecting the temperature of the, the rooms, the living areas. So what we tend to do is design the property in such a way that service areas such as the kitchen or the garage they act as a buffer in between livable areas. So if you can have the kitchen side facing the evening sunlight, or there's a garage, put that facing the evening sunlight, and then maybe after the garage there's a living room right beyond it, so the garage takes all the heat and the living room would stay a bit cooler. stuff like that you would consider. Another thing to consider is that the livable areas, the habitable rooms, should not be less than 3 by 3 meters, um, or about 10 feet by 10 feet. So otherwise it's going to be too small. Some people do have houses depending on their budget and they might require that, but um, typically you wouldn't want to have the rooms much any smaller than 10 by 10 feet or um, 9 meters square. Um, Also, you need to consider having a, a back entrance to the house. Most people have it in their kitchens and stuff like that, but you want to have a back entrance to the house so that um, as to allow entrance to the house without having to come through the front door after doing maybe some gardening activity or coming from outside, playing outside and stuff like that. A lot of this information you would find in the the text, the required text, which is Drafting Principles and Practices by Michael L. Duncan. I think the text was written considering Trinidad's specifications. I could be wrong, but that's what we will be pulling a lot of information from. I think it's a really good text to really learn about building construction and design especially. Okay, so what we're going to do in this lesson, we're going to be laying out a building, and then we're going to turn that building into a sketch on in Auto that we'll do up in AutoCAD, and then after that we'll produce a floor plan based on that sketch and all the other plans based on the floor plan. So let's say we want to design a two-bedroom. Clients want us to design a two-bedroom, one bathroom, must have a kitchen, a dining room, a living room, a porch area. Let's say they want an open concept, with the kitchen and the dining room and the living room, or maybe just the dining room and the living room all open concept, so that they could adjust the size as they feel like. So we're going to play around with the concept, with designing a building that matches those specifications. Actually, I'll just do up one, but you would typically play around with many different designs. Okay, so I'm just using this tool, autodraw.com. It's a free online resource where you could use to draw stuff freehand and stuff like that. Okay, so I'll just use the shapes to make things faster. So let's say I want a bedroom to go. Okay, let me just change the color. And right, okay, so let me say I want the bedroom to go right here. Let's say I want a bathroom right here in between the bedrooms, and then let's say I want another bedroom the same size. I'll just copy this one and place it over here. Now these are just sketches, there are no measurements or anything yet. I'll put the kitchen area somewhere down here. Yeah, and then I'll put the living room area slash dining room area somewhere here. Okay, make this a little smaller. And finally, I'll put the porch area out here. Okay, now this doesn't have to be perfect or anything fancy, it's just to give us a layout design. Now I would typically produce quite a few of these, experiment with different layout designs, but this is enough for the example. So let's say okay, let me name these rooms. Okay, this one. So I'll call this bedroom 1. This would be my bathroom here. This would be another bedroom 2. Down here would be kitchen. Over here would be the dining room slash living room, and over here I'll put porch area. Right. So as I said, I would play around with a lot of designs to see which ones fit the client's specifications best, or what looks good, and then after we'll move on from there. But for now, this is good. So we have the 2 bedrooms, the 1 bathroom, the kitchen area. We have a living room slash dining room area here, and then we have a porch area right out here. Notice the design is rectangular, which is recommended, but although people will have a square house sometimes, but rectangular for design wise it works out better. So keep that in mind. Right, this is a okay. So what I'm going to do now, I am going to um, start thinking about the size of the rooms. Once I've decided on the layout that I want, I'm going to think about the size of the rooms. So let's say the client would obviously, you would obviously know the size of the land that you're working with. When you get to this point, you would know how big the land is, so you would know how big you can make the rooms of the building. For this purpose, we're not considering the size of the land, we're just creating a floor plan, a design. So let's say this side is going to be, I don't know, let's say 15 feet. It's a big bedroom. So let's put this side 15 feet over here. So I'm just going to write 15 here, and I'm going to do up a quick extension and dimension line like so. The bathroom in between, let's say we make that 8 feet going that way, and then this other bedroom, let's, for the sake of simplicity, let's make it 15 feet also. Let's make this side, I don't want it, it's a little shorter, so let's make it 12 feet. And the kitchen area, will make that 15 feet this way also. Maybe a little big, but and under here we could see it lines up, the kitchen area lines up with the bedroom, so it will be the same 15 feet. All right, and this one, the porch area should be around 5 feet. I don't think it should be less than 5 feet wide, so I'm going to put it about 5 feet. Which leaves us with, let me see, 15, 15, this is 38, right? So we need 18 more feet, which leaves this room being 18 feet. All right, so this side is basically the same as this side over here. I'll just put them in. Just put them in. Same 12 feet as the other side. And this side is the same 15 feet, like so. Okay, so at this point we know the size of the rooms that we're dealing with. We don't know how much the bathroom is. Let's make the bathroom another 8 feet coming this way. The reason being, I want to leave some room for the door to fit in. The door is going to be probably 3 feet wide maximum, so I want to have, that's going to leave me about 4 feet in here to put that door, to place that door in, if the bathroom walls end here. Now we should consider, something we should consider is that these measurements are the internal measurements of the room. So when we actually produce the floor plan, we're going to offset outwards we're going to show the thickness of the walls, and the walls are not going to come inside of these lines. The walls would have to go outside of these lines, so that it will maintain the size of the room that we intended. Okay, if we use 6-inch blocks and we put it on the inside, and obviously 6 inch on that side, 6 inch on that side, now the room is going to be 11 feet inside. We don't want that. So these are just going to be the inside measurements of the room, from the inside wall to the inside wall. Okay, of the building. All right, so next up we want to consider the openings and spaces. Um, so doors, windows, and so on. So for the entrance of the bedroom, I'm going to put this door here. This is just a quick thing. We're going to show the door and the arc swinging open that way. At this point, it's still a sketch. We don't have to worry about making it look too pretty. And so the bathroom door opens inwards. The reason for that is if somebody collapses in a bathroom, it's easier to kick the door in, okay, rather than trying to pull a door open. Likewise with the bedroom, we want to be able to kick a bedroom door in. We want to, remember we said we want to have a secondary entrance or exit to the house. So we will put that in the kitchen at the back door right there. And then for the porch area, I'm going to just put one entrance right here. We could have made a double door, but I'm just leaving it as one for simplicity's sake. Then I want to make some entrance. Okay, so to get from the kitchen to the dining room, we're not going to put a door, but we're going to have an arch or an open space opening. So we're going to put just some broken lines to represent that. We're going to do the same thing over here. This is going to be our arch opening space right here, and opening space right here also heading into the kitchen. This would probably be about 5 feet wide. If we want, we could put that in so that when we do up our sketch, we would know what the measurements are right away. So we'll make this the opening about 5 feet, and I think we could do the same thing here, make this opening about 5 feet, and then let's just put in some windows. So each bedroom will have its own window right there, here. Now this is entirely up to you design wise, and maybe the client. We'll put a small window for the kitchen, maybe right where the sink is going to be, or the stove is going to be, but you can put not the stove here, the sink will go right there maybe, and then a window right in front of it. Typical design. And another window here. Alright, I'm gonna leave this side without any windows, or maybe we could put multiple windows in this area. So alright, so we have a living area, we have a dining area here, we have the kitchen, the bedroom, the bathroom, to enter the bathroom, into this bedroom, and this little wall would act like a kind of a shield, so people don't see directly into the bathroom or into this bedroom or even into that bedroom. This little wall here would be like a shield for all of that. So I think designing the sketch, this is a pretty good start. We have the measurements, we have the layout of the rooms, we put the windows, the doors, the openings, and everything. For the porch, if you notice, there's no entrance to the porch. We could play around with that, but I'm just going to do something real quick. So let's say we want to put a step right here. Let's put 2 steps because the building is going to be a couple of feet off the ground maybe. Yeah, so let's leave it like that for now, and then next up we're going to be doing this layout. We're going to do this layout up properly in AutoCAD as a sort of a sketch. Alright, so we'll see you in that next video.